Hey guys, so we start our journey to Florida, Tampa. So we're gonna fly today. I hope it's not gonna be delayed because 3 days in a row it was delayed 1 hour and a half. Okay, so
Let's go. Let's go. Let's start our journey. Yes. It's excited. Ooh.
Left, right.
Porter on the left. On the left. You see Porter? Yeah. We have to check in first. After we drop baggage and going to port entry. Oleg, can we go in person? I don't want to check in on these machines because they never work. It's a porter, right?
Oh,
Where are you? Yeah, I want to go to person. Yeah, in a person. Let's do it. You see, nobody wants to use these machines. Machines, it's empty.
I don't know how many.
We need the passports, right?
No, we do have a passport, but
Yes.
you know what? It's 3 hours before flight. Per policy, so I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we just checked in. We decided to do with personally with agent, and right now we're going to drop off our baggages. It's usually standard process. So we're gonna drop baggage, and after that we'll go to American port entry that had their custom. Yeah. So they're gonna check our bodies and everything. And yes, on their dog. Oh, look at this one, dog. Okay, interesting. Nobody's here. Perfect. Okay, we just dropped our big cases and going to this one. It's an American port entry, customs. Okay, here you go.
No, there's not much people.
Yeah. Okay. We just passed everything, controlled.
I love my Canadian passport. Smile and go. Okay?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds for us to go through. And here we go. Again, it's duty free.
Okay, I want to invite you to see Chanel.
Yeah, they have a Chanel. Yeah, they have it. They have it. That I wanted.
Oh, they have a blue.
Yes, they have it. No, I didn't need a blue. Yeah, this one. Yeah, pinky. Okay. Yes, we just bought some perfume. No taxes.
Some perfume.
Yeah, we bought some.
Should I say it?
Yeah, it's okay.
Should I say it?
Yeah, you can say it.
It's Chanel Chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oleg, which gate? Oleg. We have to check. No, you have a pass. Oleg, you have a pass.
I get used that they always tell me what to do. Okay.
I don't wanna.
Always tell me what you don't wanna. You don't wanna. Gate 815.
8:15.
815. Yes.
Okay, let's check. Where is it? 8:15. Yes, we have to go on the left.
Follow me. I know.
Oh my gosh, he knows.
I know. Follow me.
You know, guys, it's actually not busy today. Saturday.
Busy. It's empty.
Empty, yes, almost empty, yes. Absolutely no people to go through checking baggage.
People get scared because, like I said, 3 days was delays, huge delays.
No, usually people are booking in advance. You know, scared, not scared, it doesn't matter. If you booked in advance, you have to go with us, right? We booked this trip 1 year ago.
Yeah, it's kind of surprised because what we call snowbirds, when Canadians going to escape the winter and going to Florida, usually it's like a bunch of people. I need a bath.
Okay, we'll go now. Okay, we have 1 hour before boarding, and decided to wait a bit outside of people. And here's his weather. Yeah, it's a 0, some flurries. It's a little bit wet. Okay, it's time going to boarding. and we have to go to A15. And stand in a line up. Oh, look at this one. People are actually already going.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So they already started. Great. So it's time, right? Okay, let's do it. We just passed everything what we could and we here line up. Yeah, it's a little bit people. Hello, hi.
Yeah, so I contacted them and they were like, yeah, you're right. That's 6 hours.
I think it's a horse, yeah. Thank you.
Welcome aboard your porter flight. In the interest of your safety, please place your hand luggage in the overhead stowage compartments or under the seat in front of you. Please ensure baggage does not block aisles or emergency exits, and use caution when opening the use of your smartphone.
Are you excited?
tablets,
I'm excited. So plane is full, a lot of people. Instead of 1:45, they start boarding early, so we will kind of wait, which is
ensure that larger
we always
devices
the
such
first,
as laptop
right?
computers
So,
and
but everything is
CD
fine.
players are
I have
Wearing headsets are kindly asked to remove them for the duration of this demonstration. Au nom du commandant de bord et de l'équipage, bienvenue à bord responsible for your well-being. If you have any concerns, please do not hesitate. Vous pourrez commander les autres articles pendant toute la durée du vol. Nous nous excusons si votre choix n'est pas disponible. Nous acceptons les cartes Visa, Mastercard et American Express.
Good to know.
Notre
Let's see
service
in
de
the window.
collation et consommation gratuite y livrable.
Carolina, as you can see, right? Flying over North Carolina. And we're gonna look through the window. It's completely different picture. Different.
Still the same. Clouds.
Wow, unrecognizable.
Clouds and clouds. What is this?
It's уже South Carolina. And river, what you saw probably, it's something here. Very interesting. So our plane is right here, right? There's even, it says Odessa here. Yeah, it's a highway, but you can see it's the swamp. It's the swamp, and it's a lake, and the people living, compactly in this lake. So, based on my experience, it's gonna fly straight right here on Air Street F. Right. F right here. Okay. So I would say it's a last approach. Okay.
Okay, we landed perfectly.
Perfect
So,
flight. Perfect.
Now we're going to terminal inside, but we need to go custom again because we did this one everything on the Canadian side. So we're just entering to city, and that's it.
You want shuttle to terminal? Okay. We just need the rent car.
Yeah, we have to pick up car. We have to find the cars rental center. Yes, what?
Luggage.
Ah, luggage. Oh my God, yeah. I totally forgot about luggage.
And the luggage from Porter. Luggage from Porter.
Over there. They get a train.
Taking the train.
Wow. Coming.
You go to the bathroom?
Oh,
Natasha,
yes. Oh,
what is your first opinion? What is your first
sorry. I have to fix my camera.
What is your first opinion on Tampa International Airport?
No, it's a huge. As you can see, it's a huge one, and I like it. This is cool here, not hot, not humidity.
It's warm. It's
Warm,
nice,
yes.
comfortably warm. Yeah. Where is the baggage claim?
So she actually was right. We have to take a train and go to actual terminal. Yeah.
Caution, do not enter. The doors are closing. Please wait. We're about to depart. Please stand clear of the doors and hold handrails firmly at all times. We are approaching the main terminal and Airport Marriott Hotel. Please follow signs for rental cars, baggage claim, and ground transportation.
Uber and Lyft pickup is located at our blue and red express curbs.
Oh wow! Look at this pelican. It's a huge one. Oh, it's not pelican. It's flamingo.
Yeah, flamingo is like he's standing and he's diving. So I don't know, but I found it's kind of confusing. Usually when you're going outside, boom, it's out right away the baggage claim. This kind of, I don't know, we have to ask some random people. Okay. No, but airport is nice, clean. Okay.
But the hills is a big one. It's actually huge. Okay, finally we found Porter, Toronto flight. Alec? Alec? They coming from there. Yeah. Take it. Is it yours?
Yep.
Now it's mine. Where's mine? We just got our baggage, right? And trying to find a car rental center. And okay. So now we're taking train to rental car center. Okay.
This train is bound for the
I got 2 kids, that's enough.
He's probably taking a break back there.
Lucky.
I think he did that on purpose.
Yeah, it's all like, Daddy. Daddy.
I almost think like if you chicken in the aisle, like you're where to get a
No, I watched the doggy like that.
This is the final stop. Please stand aside.
Gotta go wait in line.
Okay.
Okay, so some kind of very sad. We're driving very sad in evening, dark evening in Tampa. We had a bad service in car rental, so we were waiting for 2 hours for the car bring us to outside of airport shuttle. And when they brought us, they said we don't have car. But suddenly they have one car left, which is we didn't order. So they gave us Chevrolet Malibu, but we're supposed to get some SUV car. So Easy Rent is very bad service. We're gonna contact Expedia. We're gonna complain, and we'll see what's going on. But today, like right now, it's not an end of it's not an end of the day. We have to find some grocery store, and we will find Walmart, and we're going to shopping for grocery. Okay, so stay with us.
Okay, we arrived to Walmart. It's a typical American store. Yeah, well, it's kind of pounds, that's right?
Yeah.
And we'll go for grocery shopping. I think you took a bad one, no? Card?
It's fine if it's.
Maybe we need to take another one if it's a card.
You want me to take another one?
I don't know. If it's a hard to drive, this one, maybe why not? Yeah, try another one.
It's very hard to drive this one too. Oh, it's easy.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so how we always do the shopping here?
Grocery, let's go here.
Oh yeah, fruit and vegetables. Okay. You like bananas?
Bananas, yeah, we
Bananas.
will take it bananas.
Oh, it's only $2 pineapple, but we don't have a knife.
Okay, I think we should take some mandarins. I love it, mandarins. Yeah, I'll take it this one. And here is actually melons. No, actually watermelon. Sorry, watermelon. Yeah. And where's Oleg? He's there. So we're gonna take some strawberry, right? Oh, let's do this one, big one.
Big one, yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, take it this one, big one.
Take the big one.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it's farm from where? Plant City, Florida. Yeah, it's a Florida, yeah.
Even white one here, I see.
Yeah.
I never tried white one. Okay, so what next? We need some blueberries. Oleg.
No, you are master.
Yeah, master. Oh, they're
I love
a really
blueberries.
good one, right? And
Blueberries,
raspberries, strawberry. No, strawberry, raspberry.
Raspberry. Pick
Yeah.
up everything.
Okay, I'll do it right
I
now.
love this.
Pears, strawberry, bananas, mandarins, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries.
I love this apple.
Apple?
You know, yeah, apple.
Don't take it a lot. We usually like taking everything
Yeah.
and have a leftovers, a lot of
You know what,
leftovers.
Let's try maybe the cheaper one.
Look, they have such a huge oranges. Look, is it Florida oranges? Alec?
Well, if it's a Florida oranges, yes, we have to take Florida oranges, please.
Okay, let's check. Okay, we're thinking to take some greens, right? Salads. We usually take in a boxes, Alec. What do you think?
I think this is your favorite, right?
No. My favorite one is not this one. It's a crunchy leaves. Yeah. Yeah. Crunchy green leaf. It's my favorite one. Yeah, they are juicy. I
They're
love it.
juicy that you can eat without any. Yeah.
Okay, and carrot.
Хрупким или...
Okay, I don't know. I have to stop him somehow. He wants to take in this one and that, and like, but it's too much. Usually we take too much, and we have a lot of leftovers.
Галлон молока, яйца.
Yes, eggs, milk.
Eggs, milk.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go. I think we have to go there.
Okay.
And a bread. We need to take a bread. Oleg, what about tomatoes? Cucumbers, tomatoes.
No, I don't like tomatoes. No.
You don't like tomatoes?
No.
This one?
I don't like tomatoes.
No?
I checked. I don't like tomatoes.
Okay. Let's go. You usually take some potato salad, right? You want a potato salad?
Is it potato salad? It's
Yes,
avoided.
usually it's spinach artichoke.
It's kind of like
Maybe
it's caramel pie.
it's makalke, you know.
No,
It's
not the
for dipping.
sauce.
Yeah, dipping sauces.
It
Yes.
doesn't look like a dipping sauce. I'm sorry.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Cheese, but I don't know.
No.
Okay, it's a bread, right?
Something sweet, but not so sweet.
No, I don't like it. This one, they're on the back. They have a much better. You want it for tea?
I have no idea.
For tea, it's here, but we
For
have
tea.
to take it bread. Oh, I thought it's my phone. I'm like, Oleg, here go. This is bread. This is not bread.
It's the bread that they baked here, right?
Yes, it's supposed to be. Look in this one. So we decided to take this as bread. So finally, now we need to find less sugar, some sweet stuff.
Do you want a
yeah.
lemon loaf? or
Maybe,
you
I
want
don't know. Let's check maybe something else. Muffins. I'm not a big fan of muffin. Sweet corn. I remember in Phoenix we took in Flagstaff actually. It's too sweet. I couldn't make it.
Me too.
It's too sweet. It's not actually cornbread. Okay, Oleg, we can check here something different. Let's do something different. This one?
Oh, it's very tasty, but very sweet. It's awesome.
Sweet?
Yeah.
Here some turnovers. Okay, cookies, I don't like it, this one. Pies. We decided to take this as cookies. Okay, let's see. We forgot about potato. We have to grab some small bag of potato. Oh, we grabbed mini potato. Now we have to check. We wanna take smoke meat, not meat, fish, salmon, smoked salmon. It should be somewhere here. Let's check if they have this kind of thing. Okay, it's a fresh one. Fresh one, it doesn't go. Yeah, here you go. I think is this one. It's supposed $5 here, but we need small one. Yeah. Okay, so we need some hot oatmeal.
It's a whole grain. And
Yeah, I think it's a.
It's a whole grain. What's the difference?
No. I think it's in the blue one, Oleg. Quick oatmeal.
What's the difference between this one and this one?
I don't know. Let's check.
which one is more healthier? Potassium, the nitrogen, it's same.
I think it's in a size. One it should be like 1 minute, another one it should be.
It's a whole grain, whole grain.
Depend on our time of cooking. Okay. Here is milk. We will try to find whole milk. Whole milk on the bottom. Yeah, Alec.
Huh?
Or it's cheaper.
Whole
Is it cheaper?
milk,
Yes, it's
3.
cheaper one. Yeah, take it. Whole milk.
This one.
Yes.
3.25. Yeah, 3.25. So 1 gallon is $2.62.
Yeah. Okay.
Chunk. There is a huge. It says huge chunk, medium chunk, this chunk. I like big chunk. This one, cottage cream
Cottage cheese. Yes.
cheese.
This-
Small what?
yeah,
Small
just-
cards. No,
yeah.
I want a big cards. Large card. What are it? Yeah, this one. That's I always take. Large
Okay.
card, cottage cheese.
Big one. Okay, take it. And I'm gonna eat you. This one. Let's go. Next one. I wanna take some yogurt. I love it here. Yogurts. And it should be some light. Yeah. I think it's this one. Okay, so I grabbed some yogurt. And all looking for eggs.
It's good. 18.
It's 18? Yes, we have 8 days. So we're gonna make for us eggs in a hotel. Okay? Okay, so what here? Yeah, you see here some wraps. You like it wraps, right?
I don't like a wrap.
You don't like it? You don't like it wraps. Here's some salad. So, and the sandwiches.
I can wrap
Big
myself
sizes.
wherever I want.
Big sizes and small sizes.
Have a Swiss.
I had this turkey and cheddar. It's okay. We didn't take any choices, so we don't like those kind of sandwiches. Yeah, Walmart has actually everything, from food, clothes, and the furniture, and tools, whatever you need. Actually, pharmacy, beauty. Everything what you need right now.
Right where? Yeah, very quickly.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if you don't want it, you can just wait for me, or you can check the females. Women.
Okay. Okay, and after that we have to pay and go. Actually, we have a limited time.
Подожди минуту.
Just decided to walk between some stuff, clothes, swimsuits. Yeah, it's everything for resort city. Tampa and water. Pajama. Okay, I have to see where he is. Okay, so we grabbing Subway sandwich. This one, all our stuff we just bought in Walmart. We're done with grocery shopping for today, and we're going to hotel right now. Check in and see what's waiting us there. And I think it's yeah, that's it for the today. Okay, we're driving right now to Clearwater, to our hotel. Right now it's Tampa, and give us 40 minutes to drive
In half
to
a mile,
our
use the
hotel.
right 2 lanes to take exit 39 for Florida 60 west toward Clearwater
Yes.
Tampa Airport.
So we still needed some time to get there. The final location.
Roads are very nice. You can see everything. Everything is blooming, so it's practically impossible
Keep
to
left
make a
continue
mistake.
on exit 2A.
It's so busy. But it's what, Saturday, right? Saturday evening. But it's busy.
Yeah, I like it. This is water and lights ahead. We're actually crossing right now water. It's a bridge.
So we're closer and closer and closer to the shore of the Mexican Gulf and our hotel. By the way, it's called Pelican. So I'm just curious what kind of pelican is the hotel.
It's 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
5 minutes. So finally we got it here, right?
It's a heating pool. It's 85 degrees. I don't know how much is in a Celsius, but 85 is not bad. I don't know.
It's looking like no water there.
Yeah, but
Really?
it is the water. It is the water. Yeah. So it's a 4th floor. The shore is over there. See the.
Yeah, it's a close here.
Yeah.
We have to just cross this street and we're gonna be on a beach.
She said 3 minutes walk from here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go.
And,
Open.
it's looking like this. Yeah, take it to your car. Open car. Okay. We have a neighbor actually. No. О, пошли. Oh yes. Yes. Wow. Light? Where's light? I don't know. Did you push that?
Ooh, I like it. Look at this.
Yeah, turn this one.
Wow. Whoa.
Too bad we have a kitchenette.
Whoa. I love it. We have fridge. You
We have a fridge, yeah.
Yeah, we have a coffee maker, and actually it's a good one. It's a very good one. Yeah, actually we have to buy the coffee. Oh, toaster, microwave.
And we have a washroom here, right? Yeah. I don't know where's lights. Can you check, please? It's too dark.
Too dark.
Yeah. Okay. I like
Oh, it's
the
very good.
slippers.
I like the design, yeah.
House, toilet.
You know what?
And
For the
everything.
price,
Yes.
because honestly, guys, we choose the cheaper one, cheaper one.
Cheaper one.
But this looks beautiful. I mean, the next cheap is probably like a motel that somebody needs for like 1 hour, 2 hours for relax. But
Yes.
look at this.
Yeah, I wanna like this. I like it. This space. This is my working space. I took my working laptop, so I'm gonna be working here.
We're going to eat right now, right
Yes,
here.
right.
I love
Yes,
it.
I love
Let's
it
go.
too.
Let's go. I'm gonna go.
Okay, let's bring our
Okay,
stuff.
so this day, first day is over. Okay, so we're very tired. We had a negative experience and positive
With car,
experience.
yeah.
Okay, so but we're very happy right now. We're gonna eat, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, We'll see you
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.